Have you ever worked at a part-time job? I currently work at Giant Eagle in customer service, resolving complaints and problems that customers may have. I make minimum wage at this job. I use my money to support my school expenses such as books or fees, and also gas and any other expenses that may come up that I have to pay for. I have talked with many of my coworkers and they make minimum wage as well. And they use their money to support their children or expenses such as the ones that I described that I have. And they use this just to get by. And minimum wage is a big part of their life. An increase would help me and the people I work with in a big way. We would have more money to spend on our expenses and live more comfortably as well. And that would help us greatly. An increase in the minimum wage would help reduce poverty and it would benefit the economy. First, in a report that comes from the Washington Post, the minimum wage and the poverty level are discussed. Economists have found a relation between poverty and the minimum wage. They have found that as the minimum wage goes up, the poverty level goes down. Less people are in poverty when this happens. And this is because they have more money in their pockets. They are able to increase their living standards and live in a better way. They could buy better food, have a safer neighborhood because they can move to a safer place, and their life is just all around better because of this boosted income in many households across this nation. And that's a really good thing for this country, because as one of the richest countries in the world, we need to stop the poverty in this country, and a minimum wage increase, that's going to help combat this. That's going to be one of the government's tools to get rid of the poverty that's in this country. Since you've seen how the minimum wage benefits poverty, let's look at how it affects the economy and how it benefits it. Secondly, the economy. Minimum wage is going to help the economy. Businesses will have more money because their customers will have more money. They will have more money to spend on the products that businesses are selling. And that's going to help businesses prosper across this country. That's going to be a huge asset to businesses. And that's a good thing. Also, it's going to help create jobs and boost production. There will have to be more products because of the increase in businesses. And that's where the increase in production will come from. And they may even have to hire more workers because they have to produce more. So they need more people to make the products that people want to buy. Now, not everyone supports an increase in the minimum wage. Some people think it's bad, and for various reasons. Now, to talk about the opposing views, some people think it will hurt businesses, and others think it will cost us jobs. And the reason being, they think it will make the business have to spend more money on labor. And that is true. They do have to spend more money on labor because of this. And also, they think it will cost jobs. And that may be true. It may cost some jobs. But there's a lot more benefits to this than there are bad things. A lot more people will have more money in their pockets to increase their living standards. And as far as the economy, businesses will have more money coming into them. That's going to help offset the labor increase. And jobs, well, the loss of jobs is going to be very few. That's going to be very minimal. Because the offset of increases in jobs is going to help benefit that. There's a lot more benefits to an increase in the minimum wage than there are bad things. And that's what you have to look at here. Lastly, minimum wage is an important part of this society. Its impacts are numerous. you probably know someone that's been impacted by the minimum wage. An increase in the minimum wage will help reduce poverty, and it's going to grow this economy. Next time you hear a news report about the minimum wage, think of all the people that have benefits, such as the single mom trying to make ends meet, college students such as myself trying to work their way up, an elderly person that's trying to supplement their income because they retire and they don't have as much as they need, or just someone that doesn't have people around to support them. Think of those people when you hear about a minimum wage increase.